Welcome back to the channel. This is Marty B. Today we're fixing a pressure tank on a well. I came home on a Friday from work and my neighbor called me and said she didn't have no water and wanted to know if there was something I could do to help her out. So I go up and found that her pressure tank is spraying water out the top of it. So anyhow, I went and turned the water off, and from there I went and, as you see now, I sawed the pipe in two and go and replace the tank, and just watch and see how it goes. You will notice here whenever I turn over this tank that it's got a hole in the top of it, and water's just shooting out of it. It's plumb full of water. This is my first attempt to ever replace a pressure tank, so I'm looking at it here and trying to figure out exactly how it works and what I need to do. Did find that it takes 1-inch PVC pipe, and it didn't have a union on it when I originally cut it loose, so I did add a union back when I put it back together. So I go to Lowe's and get the supplies. All the supplies and everything is about $268 to do this little repair. Normally I can tell by looking at a piece of pipe what size it is, but for some reason I couldn't figure this one out, so I just took the PVC piece of pipe off and took it with me to Lowe's, so I was sure to get the right diameter pipe, which it was 1-inch PVC.
The baby shovel.
This pressure tank was sitting directly on the ground, so I figured that I needed to dig out from under it so I'd have a little bit more room. So I got my baby shovel and dug out from under it, and it worked out great. Whenever I went and placed a new tank in there, it fit perfectly.
Okay, I made my trip to Lowe's and picked up what I'm going to need to hopefully fix this. I have never done this, so I'm learning with y'all. Okay, I'll explain what I'm doing here so you can see. First, I'll take this. Right there is about the end of the pipe. So the way I mark distances is I put it like so, and the end of the pipe comes to the A on USA. So I take my cutter, I place it right near the A, and then I just keep doing this until it cuts it through. There we go, clean cut. That should be close to the same size. It's a little long, but not bad. Now I'll take the thread dope, put on the threads, get real good coverage of the threads. that back. Then I'll start it on there. Looks like it wants to cross thread. There, it went straight. Okay, that's good and tight. That goes right through there into the pot. Okay, that's good. And I decided to put a union back in it so I didn't have to cut the pot next time. So that's what this is. This is a union. You unscrew it, and it has an O-ring in there. And then you put it on each end of the pot, screw it back together, tighten it down, and there you go. I want to do that on this. Didn't have that before, but it will now. I'm actually going to tighten this up so I don't have to take it apart. Probably too tight, close to too tight, but it'll work. Okay, I put the union on it, glued it, and then put the pop dope on it, so all that should be good to go. So now I'll pick it up, bring it over here, and make sure it fits in here the way it's supposed to. So we'll see how it does. Right there. Before I bring it, I'm going to straighten up this cut I made. I made it a little crooked earlier. There, that's not perfectly straight. I don't really want it, but if I take too much, I'm going to be scared to do much with that. Let me get a new blade on my knife. It might work better. Okay, got the new weight on my knife. Not perfect by no means, but it's not too bad. Okay. That's not going to be too awful bad. Okay. Okay. Put you on there. All right, we'll just let it set, and we'll put water in it. See what it does. This tank went and got rust all the way around it. It was wrapped with insulation, and it caused a hole to rust through right in here, and it was shooting water straight up right there. It was shooting water straight up in the air. But now I think this one will work. Okay, we're going to set the power to it and see what happens. It's been about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. I see pressure building. You got water up there? Is it about the same pressure? Is it about the same pressure? Pretty much, yeah. Okay. I didn't adjust it none, I just turned it on. So it's not blew apart, that's good. You'll have to put new insulation around it, because that's soaked. And that should be all you have to do to it. Okay. Looks like we're holding about 55 psi, which I assume that's right. Told her I would throw the rock back over it, and she's going to rewrap it. Turn her light on. See a little heat in there. There we go. There we go. Good enough. That's installed. Here's the old one. Like I say, it had a leak on it. And I'll leave her box. And there we go.